So friends, in the previous class about that industries, and we need to continue this discussion on industries and infrastructure. Okay, this is an important segment in the preliminary examination of AP economy. So friends, our focus is on objective type, right? So obviously, when we say industries and infrastructure, we actually need to think about the economic infrastructure. And economic infrastructure is seen in different segments. One, it is irrigation. The second one is power. Then the third one is, of course, energy. The second one is power and energy. The third one is actually the logistics, whether it is roads, airports, then ports, and all that related developments. So let us see one by one. And as I said, the focus is on objective type. You can, what kind of questions do you expect? What kind of bits you can expect from this segment? That should be our focus. So we'll discuss the economic infrastructure. Okay. So friends, basically in the economic infrastructure, one of the very important aspects is that irrigation potential. Irrigation, right? Unless we have irrigation, the agriculture cannot be sustained, cannot be carried forward. And obviously, without no proper agriculture, the agro based industries or allied industries, as well as the other industries, will not get the raw materials. And not only that, there will be a serious issue about the earning and farmers issues and all that. So we'll begin with this economic infrastructure. Now, what are the irrigation potential in the state that has been created till the end of last year? Some data is inevitable in the AP economy, so you'll have to remember I have filtered to the maximum extent. So please don't filter more. You have to study this. See, the irrigation potential is going to be a very important one, because as we saw yesterday, after the services sector, a predominant contribution from to the state gross value added comes from agriculture, right? And industries at 22%, it is only the third one. So agriculture is the mainstay, and after the bifurcation, as Chief Minister was also telling somewhere in the recent speeches, that Andhra Pradesh was becoming more and more agri dominated, or agri allied industries. So basically, what are the major anicuts that we have? You see Krishna, Godavari, Pennar, and Nagarjun Sagar, Teluganga, Somasila, SRBC, Vamsadhara, and other medium irrigation project. If you see, the total irrigation potential that was created up to December 2021 is 1 lakh 106.13 lakh, 106 lakh acres of irrigation potential has been created. How do you read these things? The best thing is to revise every day so that you will remember. From November 18th, we'll have objective type tests so that you can check how much you remember. So what are the ongoing projects? This is also very important segment, because when objective type questions are picked up, irrigation projects definitely they can ask. In one of our previous classes in AP economy, we did discuss about the bifurcation related issues and the interstate water disputes, river water disputes. In that process, I also explained to you about the projects, Polavaram project and all that. So I'm not going to repeat here the Polavaram project and other details here, but what are the other projects that are there? I'm not going to into details of Polavaram project here. Ongoing projects, which of the following is an ongoing project? That is, of course, Polavaram will be ongoing forever. Okay, though the target was to complete by 2023, the government says, I don't think even minister like Ambati and all that, they are saying that we don't know when it will be completed, because the damage to diaphragm has to be understood and all that. But anyway, academically, from the examination point of view, Polavaram is one important project that is going on, and Pola Subbaya Veligonda project. These are the two major projects that are going on in Andhra Pradesh. And phase one of these, both the projects are expected to be completed by 2023 of Polavaram, and of course both Pola Subbaya Veligonda project also. Now, Jala Yajnam is one of the important schemes in Andhra Pradesh. They keep talking about Jala Yajnam right from YSR days, right? So, as of now, how many Jalayajnam projects are proposed in Andhra Pradesh? There are 54 Jalayajnam irrigation projects that are proposed now in the divided state of Andhra Pradesh. And out of the 54, 14 have been completed and two others projects, phase one has been completed. So this is the status. How many Jalayajnam irrigation projects are there in Andhra Pradesh? There are 54. We see all these 14 are completed, right? And two others in our project one. So remaining out of 54, we have 40. Once all these 40 Jalayajnam projects are completed, then you definitely see a major improvement in the irrigation potential. What is the new irrigation potential that is expected to be created from Jalayajnam? That might be a question for you. So it will create a new irrigation potential of say 28.54 lakh acres, 28 lakh acres, over 28 lakh acres of irrigation potential will be created if this all the projects are completed. And of course, there is also a new potential that gets added from major, medium and irrigation projects. So that is also there. Then the stabilization means regularity of about 4 lakh acres irrigation stabilization will also be done, you know there are various programs that are being implemented and schemes that are implemented in irrigation sector in Andhra Pradesh, and definitely these are very important for the objective type examination. Okay, if you see AIB AIBP, accelerated irrigation benefit program, is one scheme. There are 8 projects that are considered under PMKSY scheme of the central government in Kisan Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Kisan, Andhra Pradesh state. Out of this, Maddigadda project is completed. They may ask under which of the following projects is complete, which of the following projects under accelerated irrigation benefit program are completed. That is Maddigadda project. The cost is you may not remember, but generally as a matter of fact, this is a major expenditure of almost 4,539 crores. Okay, so anyway, I don't expect you to remember this, but what is this project? What is this scheme, accelerated in irrigation benefit program? How many projects are covered under accelerated irrigation benefit program? These things have to be remembered. Then, friends, there is another project which is called Andhra Pradesh Irrigation Livelihood Improvement Project. This is the second phase, right? And this is important. This is called APIL LIP. Andhra Pradesh Irrigation Livelihood Improvement Project. This is being done with the assistance of JICA, that is Japanese aid agency. And friends, these are very popular questions in the preliminary. What kind of which of the following project, which of the following agency is supporting the project? Or they may simply give, Andhra Pradesh irrigation livelihood improvement project is supported by which of the following agencies? They may give Asian Development Bank, they may give World Bank, they may give JICA, and of course something else like IMF. And obviously the answer is here JICA, that is Japanese funding agency. Now Andhra Pradesh also has a share, but the major funding is coming from the JICA. Now, what is the objective? Generally, the questions on projects in the objective type preliminary examination are asked either on the nature of the project, name of the project, or the abbreviation, or who is funding it, and what is the objective. Which of the following is an objective or one of the objective of Andhra Pradesh irrigation livelihood improvement project? Like that, they may frame the questions. So, obviously, what is the objective? The objective obviously is to increase the irrigated area, local productivity strengthening, and institution marketing capabilities for the ICAT farmers. So these are the main objectives. There is one more thing, one more project that you need to remember: AP Integrated Irrigation and Agricultural Transformation Project. AP Integrated Irrigation and Agricultural Transformation Project. This is a World Bank aged product. Remember, the first one, that is APIL APILIP, is JICA aided, whereas APII project is a World Bank funded project. It's a World Bank aided project. The objective is to enhance agriculture productivity, profitability, and resilience to climate variable. These are the things which can be picked up. There are how many selected tanks in 12 districts are under this project? There are 100 selected tanks in the 12 districts of ICUT. The project value they don't ask, but it's for your information, that is actually 1600 crore or whatever. Now, the project development objective is to enhance agriculture productivity, profitability, and climate. I already told you. So, apart from the irrigation projects or the schemes, it is also important that you understand the groundwater aspect. In fact, you will be it will be beneficial for you to know that groundwater has a very dominant place in Andhra Pradesh agriculture. If you see the entire gross irrigated area, 41% is dependent on the groundwater. You know, and there are about 18 lakhs agriculture bore wells. That's why power becomes very very important. Why power to farmers is a major issue in Andhra Pradesh is because 41% is on the groundwater. Without power, how do you operate the bore wells? So supply to power to farmers becomes very very important in this segment. Then friends, this point I expect you to remember. And 41% of total gross irrigated area in Andhra Pradesh is dependent on groundwater, and there are 18 lakh agricultural bore wells. That is also an important thing you should remember. Then groundwater has been occupying a dominant position and all that. This I already mentioned. So then the next important is Andhra Pradesh Water Resources Information and Management System. You know, this is APWRIMS, Andhra Pradesh Water Resources Information Management System. This is actually right information, to the farmers. Where are the water resources available? What kind of water they should access? This is a very important thing because ISRO, with the satellite, mapping abilities, ISRO is helping Andhra Pradesh. So they may ask, the Andhra Pradesh government is entered into MOU with ISRO for which of the following projects? The project you need to remember is Andhra Pradesh Water Resources Information and Management System. This is the project, and there is an MOU with Memorandum of Understanding with the help of ISRO. Uh, but not directly ISRO. We have National Remote Sensing, right? NRSC is the implementing agency for this MOU. Okay, then friends, there could be some questions in the prelims in the this section of industry and infrastructure, that is energy. The basic facts you need to remember: the total installed capacity in the state up to 2021 November, end of November, you see this is 18,509 megawatts. Okay, now what is this? We have hydel, then genco, hydel generation, then thermal, then by gas and wind. So this classification is better if you remember this. At least the installed capacity and the major one, you just need to remember that. That's an important thing. Another area which is a concern for Andhra Pradesh, recently power was stopped for industries 1 month to 3 months back. If you have been reading newspapers, then industries, they did not give first priority to the farmers. Now, one of the issues is the not only in Andhra Pradesh but generally in power and energy sector in India. One of the issues, important issues, is the transmission losses. Now transmission losses have been increasing in Andhra Pradesh. For example, there are 2.84 percent during the year, and before that, the previous year, that is 2021, the transmission losses are 2.60 percent. You know, this is a very very important thing, because unless we plug in these transmission losses, it is a very very important issue to ensure that you can't do this. Okay. So the next important point is, if you see power sector, if you compare, that is 2014-15, and then FY 2021, the cost of service. What is the cost of service? Is a compound annual growth rate of 7.85%, whereas income of discoms, that is distribution companies, grew at 9.10%. So that is a good thing to remember. So it's not that, most of the cost is being pocketed by the discoms. That is the point the government wants to highlight. Then, what are the new power projects in the state that you need to remember here, which could be asked in the preliminary? That is Polavaram hydroelectric project. What is the work is in progress. Polavaram project is also, had a hydroelectric component, right? We did discuss this in the previous class also. Then lower Sealeru hydroelectric project, there will be 2 into 115 megawatts units are coming up for the lower Sealeru thing. That is one thing. Now, what is the stage pre-DPR chapter clearances? Pre-DPR, DPR means detailed project report. To prepare a detailed project report, what is the chapters that the government has to accept? This will involve the cost, technology, environmental clearance, and relief and rehabilitation, R&R. All these things will be in the DPR. What is the financial closure? How much money is coming? So this is generally done in DPR. So that is the stage. Then this is also an important power project. The Chitrakonda and Balimela dam power projects. This is an agreement between governments of AP and Odisha. So definitely they may ask which of the following projects are due to a tie-up between Andhra Pradesh and Orissa. That is Chitrakonda. Then friends, we are also Andhra Pradesh is also focusing on the issue of energy efficiency. There is something called AP solar energy conservation mission. AP solar energy conservation mission. So obviously, if you are trying to tap the solar energy, for that you need not use the hydel or thermal energy. Obviously this is one of the renewable energy, right? So this is a very very important. LED street lighting in gram panchayats, one of as what's largest program. This is definitely important. So the largest program of LED street lights in gram panchayats, by 30 lakh LEDs is being taken up by Andhra Pradesh, and this comes under this mission, that is APPSC to have energy efficiency. Andhra Pradesh Solar Energy Conservation Mission has taken up the world's largest, and obviously, how many gram panchayats are expected to be benefited? That is 13. This is under the districts are the old districts, because we are following the economic survey. So the Umadi districts are the joint districts which are not bifurcated, because unless we wait for one more year, we don't get the data for the new districts that have been created in Andhra Pradesh. So we have to go by the old districts for this. Okay, that is the reason we are using these figures here. Okay, so new districts information we get in the next economic survey, that is in next year Feb. By that time, you will be preparing for mains. I mean, mains you will have to be preparing, because December 18th. So when you update the information for your mains, we have to update the economy again. But this is the point. Okay, this is also a very interesting program which can be picked up in the prelims. That is Perform, Achieve, and Trade (PAT) scheme. It is a flagship program of government under National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency. So this is energy building code. will be there, implementation of energy building code, that is called ECBC. Okay, energy conservation building code, and Andhra Pradesh notified energy conservation building code. All the big buildings that are coming up have to be compliant with this code, and this was not immediately launched. It was in 2017. So, friends, another important aspect of the economic infrastructure is the cumulative renewable energy capacity. That is, the renewable energy capacity in the state is 8826 megawatts. This you can point, you can ignore. Okay, so we also have other new projects that are coming up, like near Orvakallu we have the Greenco mega projects that are coming up. 3 4 months back there was a program where groundbreaking and all that has been done. So this is how you need to see the purpose is there is always a technique of trying to expect what will be asked in the prelims. The best thing is to read like this. And how do you remember this? Read every day. I will be mailing this to our students, but after the class now you keep making this habit of reading once in a week and revising, then automatically you will remember. Okay, so we'll continue this in the next discussion, right? So friends, basically what I want to tell you is in this aspect of the preliminary examination, we'll also see Indian history, like that, Indian economy, Indian history, and all that, like that, geography and all that. So this is what I expect you to do for this session, and we'll continue this in the next class. We'll also start Indian economy updates very soon. I'm just checking the data again. So I think maybe in a day or two we'll start Indian economy updates for the preliminary examination. Okay.